everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to go through my makeup inventory. This is the second time I'm filming this. I actually filmed this video right after Christmas and I was going to post it and have a nice, you know, bang end of year video where I would expect most people would enjoy the video, but I did not do that. I ran out of time. I wasn't able to edit it. And then I bought some items in England, so I've just redone it because my numbers have changed. I haven't bought that much, but my numbers changed. I thought, well, let me just refilm everything. I also hadn't taken any photos of anything, so now I've taken photos of everything, so I am ready. We're gonna sit down. I've got my glasses on, so you know I'm being serious. We're gonna go through my makeup inventory and we're going to see how well I did this year or how badly I did this year. I think I actually did it overall pretty decently. I'm gonna say that straight off the bat. I think it's gonna be a good one. Okay, so I have moved over. My images will appear on the left here. So I'm going to start differently. Usually I do these alphabetically, but I'm going to do them in the order of lowest quantity to highest quantity, just to, you know, spice it up a little bit. So let's start. I think I also have maybe one or two or three new, yeah, definitely a few different product types this time versus my previous times, so we'll talk about them when we get to them. The first one though we're going to talk about is color correctors. I don't have any color correctors. I had one in December of last year, I had one in July last year, and now I have none. I have none. So this one, I think I only had one green one left and I just never used it. Didn't really like it anymore. The one that I did like was from Primark and that went bad. So ever since that went bad, I didn't really use the other one. So this one's gone down because I decluttered it and I just haven't bought any new ones. Probably would benefit from color correctors because I don't have even skin, but you know, it is what it is. Moving on to liquid highlighter, I actually only have one of these. It's the same one that I've had for the last year. So this time last year I had two, and then July I had one, and now I still have the one. I don't even think I've used it the last year, so it might be something that I should probably just say goodbye to because I just don't use it and it just sits around and nobody uses it. Okay, moving on, we've got miscellaneous. I do not know what this product is. This is the ColourPop sticky stuff that goes on the cheeks. I don't know what to classify this. It's not a highlighter. It's not anything that I would put in my primers, in my blush, in my just any face bases. It's just so sticky and horrible, but it's there because I got it in the Aurora Struck set, so I didn't know what to do with it. So yeah, I've got one of them and it's just sticking around. Okay, next up we've got cream highlighter. This one I've only got two. This one hasn't changed either. So all of these really haven't changed since the last update. In December of 2022 I had three. July 2023 I had two, and now I have two. So it's just the same two. I was trying to finish the orange one that you see, which they're both from ColourPop. The orange one I've had for the longest, and I was trying to pan that last year. I just wasn't able to finish it. Tea break. So we've got freckle pens. I actually filmed a video a week ago. I used the She Glam freckle pen that I have and I went a little bit mad. I filmed a video and then I had to delete the video because it just looked ridiculous. So I might have to declutter that because it's more of that, it's not a, it's like a brush tip and it's just harder to use. The other one is the Sosa Jackson. So yeah, I have two of them. It's the same two that I had last time, but I should probably get rid of that She Glam one because it's just finicky. It's finicky. But yeah, this one hasn't changed. Eye bases. This one hasn't changed either. So I had three and now I still have three. I should really only have two, but I did end up getting one in a bundle from GlossGods when they sent, what was the bundle? It was one of the bundles that I bought last year. And okay, moving on, we have lip liner. So lip liner, I have marked 3, but I actually have 4. I don't know why I thought that I had 3. I also took a picture of 3, but I just found one today and I'm wearing it. So I actually have 4. I have a Rimmel London, 2 NYX ones, and 1 BH Cosmetic. And I like them all. So that's not really going to change. I don't really plan on buying anymore because it's just not a product that I really gravitate towards, but I have what I have and that's fine. In terms of duos, okay, this is a new category. So duos is anything that has two pans. So I have a few palettes, I would call them, where I have a blush and a bronzer, or a blush and a highlighter. And it has been very annoying knowing how to count those in my inventory. So you will see numbers shift around quite a bit in my bronzers, highlighters, and my blush in terms of the powder formulas, due to this reason that I've created a whole new category for my duos where I have 4 of them. So I think most of them are blush and highlighter. I think there is one blush bronzer. And yeah, I've got 4 of them. It's going to be a new category that I start counting because I just think it makes sense, because otherwise I always forgot to count a blush or a bronzer or a highlighter, and it was just getting complicated. So my numbers will be slightly off because of that. But yeah, I don't think that any of those are new. So they've always been in my collection. They're just in their own separate category. Moving on to eyebrow product. It's so boring, this one. I have 4. I did have 5. I actually have decided to get rid of one of them. It's actually just here. It's the CBD primer from Primark. It's just old and I've used it a bunch and I don't want to use it anymore. I've had it a few years, so I'm just gonna say goodbye to it. But yeah, I have 4. I don't really do anything with my eyebrows, so when I do anything, I have 4 that I need. I have a clear brow gel if I ever want to. I have 2 pens, and then I have an eyebrow gel brush thingy. I don't even know what I have, to be fair. Moving on to mascara. This one has gone down. I have 4 now. I did have 5 back in July and I had 7 this time last year. So I had quite a lot of mascara. Now I just have the 4, 2 of which are open. One I actually just bought and it kind of replaced one that I just ended up finishing, which is this one, the Curl Colossal from Maybelline. So yeah, I've just kind of swapped it out. Otherwise it would have been 3 had I not just bought one. So always need mascara, so I don't mind buying mascara. Setting sprays, this is another one where I just bought one, so I should really have 3. This one has gone down, so a year ago I had 7, then in July I had 5. I have 4 now. Had I not just bought one, I would have had 3, but this still has gone down, so I don't really mind. And then I think 1 or 2 of the ones that I have that are older, there's not that much product left in them. So I definitely think this will go down in the next 6 months when I do this review again. Okay, moving on. So we have, what do we have? Cream blush is next. And I have 5 of these. These have not changed at all. They're all the same products. I like cream blush, but it just takes forever and an age to finish them. So I have definitely made it a point to try not to buy anymore. That's the same for like bronzers, highlighters. I've really tried to not buy too much because I just simply have a lot. So yeah, this one hasn't changed. I have 5. I had 5 6 months ago. I had 5 a year ago, so it is all good. Cream bronzer, this one is the same thing. I have 5 and it has not changed either. A year ago I had 4, so it did go up because I got the ColourPop one, but then in a whole year I have not changed at all. I think what will probably happen this year is I'll have to say goodbye to one of them, or maybe 2 of them, just because they're getting a little bit older and they're starting to smell kind of waxy and whatnot. But we'll get to that point when we get to them. I'm not ready to say goodbye yet. And then powder bronzer, I have 5. This one has gone down because I had 1 bronzer in the duos. So because I've shifted that over there now, it's gone down, but technically I haven't actually finished any of my bronzers. I was working on my shimmer bronzer all year last year, and had I been able to finish this, it would have definitely actually gone down. I would have had 4 left, but that one is still here, and hopefully I can finish that before the next time I count everything. All right, moving on, we have a new category, which is water activated liners. I have 5 of these. I have a bunch from GlossGods because it had it in a bundle, and then I also have one from years ago, and it's a black one, and I still have yet to try it. I think it's water activated, so I kind of grouped it together. It might not be, but I think it is. But yeah, they're in their own group. I don't really do it that much, but when I do a water activated liner look, it's fun to do. I haven't done it since the summer. I'm sure I'll do it again spring, summer. It's more like fun, and I do more fun looks at that point. So we'll just have to wait and see. Next up, we have another category which is new, which is eye glitter. So I again got a few eye glitters from Glamshop. I thought that they were going to be closer to the eyeshadow dazzle shadows from ColourPop. I think that's what they're called, and I kind of grouped them with the dazzle shadows that I have from ColourPop. Even though those are technically not glitter, they're very glittery and they have glitter in them. So I kind of grouped them all together, and I have 8. So this is a brand new category. Normally I would have just counted all of those as single shadows, which they're really not. So I just thought, well, let's actually do this properly this year and let's put them together. So that is another new category. Okay, next up we've got face powders. So this one has not changed. I don't know if this is boring or not for you, but like not much has really changed. So in terms of face powders, I have 8. I did finish one, but I also did buy one. So this hasn't changed since the last time I did my update. A year ago, I had 9 though. So I have gone down obviously in the year, but I haven't changed in the last 6 months because I did buy one. Also, most of them are pressed powders. I have 2 loose powders though. And one of the loose powders, the Essence one, is the newest one that I just bought a few months ago. Okay, so next up is foundation. This one has changed. I don't know if my numbers are correct, but back in July, I said I had 12 foundations and now I've only got 8. So this one has gone down quite a lot. I don't even remember finishing that many foundations, if I'm all that honest. So I don't know if I got rid of some. Maybe I got rid of like a BB cream or whatever, or I don't know. But this one's definitely gone down. A year ago I had 9 and then went up to 12 and now I've got 8. I don't know if I've done the numbers right, but I don't know where else I have foundation because I don't know where they are. Like I have everything in front of me, so that's where I'm at with that one. And that's why I have the need to buy foundation, but 8 foundations is still quite a lot. So moving on, we've got concealer. So concealer has changed. I did have 8 a year ago, 8 in July. I've got 9 right now. I did finish a concealer, so this should have actually gone down, but I just bought 2 new concealers, one of which is the Maybelline, which is a primer, it's a concealer, it's a highlighter, whatever else you want it to be. I grouped it with the concealers because it's shaped like a concealer, it's small, and I don't know, I just thought I would group it with the rest. And then the other newest one is my Milani one. So those are brand new that I just picked up in England actually. So yeah, concealers definitely would have been at 7, but now they're at a 9. I don't really mind. I don't mind. It is what it is. Okay, moving on to lip balms or lip oils or anything like balmy like that you would classify. Right now I have 10 and I had 12 in July and I had December a year ago. So yeah, that looks good. I don't know how it looks good. Maybe I got rid of one, maybe I lost one. One's in a bag somewhere and I have forgot about it. Probably, that's probably the likeliest option, but so far it looks like it's gone down. Maybe my numbers are wrong. I don't really know. Okay, then we have face palettes. So face palettes is the same. I have 11 and I had 11 last time. I had 9 a year ago and I had 3 2 years ago. So this one has bumped up. But I haven't bought any new ones in the last 6 months, didn't get any, you know, recent ones. So that's good because I do feel like I have a lot, and the face palettes that I did get from PLouise, for instance, are absolutely massive. You get so much product, so I just don't need it. When has that really ever stopped me in the past? It hasn't, but right now I feel like I have some control over what I'm buying. And I haven't bought anything. Okay, moving on to powder highlighter. So powder highlighter, I have 12 and I had 16 in July last year, and then a year ago I had 14. So this one's also gone down, but it has gone down because of the duos, because I think 2 of them are definitely in duos, or maybe 3 of them. So this one hasn't gone down because I've finished anything. It's really just gone down because of the duo category that I've created. So that one is not that interesting, although the numbers make it look like it's interesting. Moving on, we've got primer. So primer's always been a category that I have struggled to have control over. Although I do like trying new primers. I don't know, it's just like that. It's like, it's just what gets me every time. Okay, so with primers, I have 13. It has gone up 1 since my last check-in, which I had 12. A year ago, I had 13. So I'm back to 13. It's kind of, you know, it's better than where it was in December of 2021, where I had 16, you know? So, you know, we're doing all right. And I did just pick up 1 from Primark. That's why it's gone up, because I wanted to try the dupe from Bobbi Brown. So that's why it has changed. So yeah, that one I don't really care. I think it's gonna be fine. And then we've got powder blush. This one I have 14. I did have 16 back in July and 16 a year ago. And again, this is only changed because I created that duo category, so it doesn't mean anything. Liquid lipstick, I have 16 right now, which has gone up, which makes sense because I just bought 3 in England and I had 13 6 months ago and I had 13 a year ago. So I just bought 3 and it's the 3 that, that's the reason why I have 16 right now. So that makes complete sense. I got the Maybelline vinyl inks, just wanted to try them, and I think I bought 1, tried it, and then I bought the other 2, or I bought 2, tried them, and then bought the last one. I don't really know, but I didn't buy them all in one go. I tried one of them and I was like, oh, this is good, I like this. So then I went a bit mad. Okay, next up we've got single shadows. So this one has changed quite a bit because I did do a relatively big declutter for me when it comes to eyeshadow and single shadows and palettes and whatnot back in December, and I was quite ruthless. And I got rid of quite a lot of single shadows. Also, it's gone down quite a lot because, as I said, a lot of my eye glitters I kind of count as single shadows even though they're not. So right now I have 17. I did though have 35 in July and I had 38 a year ago. So this one has like artificially gone down, but I'm very pleased with the amount that I have because I just didn't want to have a huge single shadow collection. I just don't think it's for me. What I will do though, this probably will shift because I am gonna be going through my ColourPop palettes, all of like my 9 pans and my 12 pans, and I am gonna be most likely decluttering a lot of the redundant shades because there are a lot of browns and oranges and just all of those shades that they add to all of their palettes, and I know I have a lot of them, and I am gonna probably end up with some Z palettes with my ColourPops and not have the actual 9-pan palettes anymore. I'm just not a fan of them, and I think this way I will just keep the shades that I like. So this will probably change in the next few months depending on when I do that. It's still on my wish list of things to do. I just don't have a palette to put the stuff in yet. So if you can recommend where I can buy a nice Z palette that's not going to be super expensive. Obviously, I've been looking at Amazon. I was just going to buy it on Amazon, but in the EU specifically, if it's cheap, affordable, and it's a nice palette, like an empty palette, let me know what you would recommend if you have any suggestions. Okay, moving on to lip gloss. This one has gone up because I did buy some lip gloss. I have 20 lip gloss right now. I did have 17 back in July and I had 17 a year ago. Did I buy 3 lip glosses though? I don't think I bought 3. I think I got 1 from Glamshop and then I bought 1. So I don't know what the 3rd one is. So I don't know. I don't know what's happened with that. I don't think it's all been bought, but it could be. I don't know. Okay, moving on, we have eyeliners. So eyeliners, I have 21. I did decide not to take a new photo of this, so I'm going to try to find an old photo of that because I just couldn't be bothered. The reason it's gone down is because some of the eyeliners, I think, or even, I know one of them I got rid of, or I finished, or I just didn't like. And then the black water activated liner I grouped in with these liners, but now I no longer do. Otherwise, I don't know how this has gone down, but it's gone down. So my battery is about to die, so let me just hopefully finish this up before it dies completely. Next up we have lip gloss, and I have 27. I had 29 back in July, and I had 29 a year ago, so this one is looking good. Oh no, not lip gloss, lipstick, sorry. And then we have eyeshadow palette. These have gone down. I have 68 in total. I did have 78 back in July, and I had 76 a year ago. So it's gone down from a year ago, 13%, which I think is a really good number. What I can say is though, my whole collection has dropped 8% since July, and that's in terms of like the actual total quantity. The amount of items that I have has dropped 8%. Which, considering that I did get rid of quite a lot of eyeshadow and palettes and single shadows, you know, I would expect it to be a little bit more, but still, it's a drop, so that is good, and I'm pleased with that. Yeah, I think I'm a lot happier with my collection. I don't feel overwhelmed with what I have. The biggest items that I do have are eyeshadow palettes, which I already knew about, and I'm really quite pleased with that. So I think I'm happy with all the numbers. I'm happy that a lot of numbers did not change, and I'm still just working through what I have, and I think this year is going to be a lot of that, and hopefully whittle down some of the numbers even more, because there are some products that I definitely can finish over the next 6 months, so fingers crossed that I do. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. Like and subscribe if you'd like to, and I'll see you all next time. Bye.